I'm gonna play Pokemon Legends Arceus for 50 hours, but will I be able to catch the Pokemon God within that time frame? Maybe catch a few shinies? One thing's for sure, I chose the best starter of all time, Rowlet.
Now go catch the other two.
No.
Good call, Arceus. No human from the future could ever survive without a smartphone. I'm not 10 anymore. I'm finally 15 years old. And apparently everyone is shocked that I caught 3 Pokemon. Do all the NPCs here suck at Pokemon too? Then I'm informed that if I don't pass the entrance exam, that I'll be expelled and die in the wild. Jeez. I wasn't nervous about passing until she mentioned I had to catch a Bidoof. What? I thought the Pokemon God was the final boss, not the first one. Thankfully, only Rowlet gets to come along my journey. I heard it has a new final evolution in this game. Oh man, I can't wait to see it. But am I going to be able to catch the Bidoof? Woo! That could have gone really bad. Woohoo! This calls for a photograph. I blinked. I'm then told that no one here has enough skill to wield 6 Pokemon. Are you all really that incompetent? I mean, at least Commander Kamado was able to deflect my charge attack. But can he slip his shoes on as fast as me? Akira teaches me how to dodge roll. Wait a minute, that looks like what you can do in Enter the Gungeon. Gosh, I feel so abusive hitting Starly in the back.
My back!
Oh look, an Alpha Snorlax. I'm pretty sure we can take it on. Oh, and there's the Ice Beam. Sorry, Rowlet. What was that sound? No freaking way! Is that a shiny Luxio? How did I get a shiny so early without even trying? Come on, Starly, don't fail me.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
Shinx, give me something.
Failure.
Shiny Luxio, you leave me no choice. Go Bidoof! Now go, Pokeball! Yeah, you're definitely joining the party. I report my findings to the captain to get my first star, then head back outside.
Hey, what should I name my Wurmple?
This has gotta be one of those video game moments where you're forced to pick the right answer, because there's no way he's actually gonna name him Eugene. What, he's actually sticking with that name? What is wrong with you? Whatever, I'll evolve my own Wurmple. Dang, he'd be looking scary though. Ooh, no Purple Cliff, no, out of my video. Yeah, Volo, I already know about the backstrike. I nearly killed a bird with it.
Welcome to the Salty Spittoon. How tough are you?
How tough am I?
Wow.
Oh no, an alpha Pokemon. Whatever will I do? Back at headquarters, everyone gives me high praise for squashing a Kricketune, and then I'm introduced to Admin of the Diamond Clan and Irida of the Pearl Clan. They give me the assignment of calming down the Noble Cleaver to earn the trust of their people. On my way out, this man offers me more backspace in my satchel in exchange for some money. And if I've learned anything from games involving inventory, I always need more space. Thus, I spend all my money to upgrade my satchel and will not be upgrading my outfit anytime in the near future. Just as I'm about to leave town, 3 Bidoof enter the village, apparently annoying this lady. I gather them up for her, and she states she's taking them into custody. What are you gonna do to the Bidoofs? What are you gonna do to them?
All right, Andrew, here's how you summon Weirdeer.
Give me that. Oh, looks like Rowlet liked the sound of that. He's now a Dartrix. Ah, there it is, our first official boss battle. Can't wait to see how my Pokemon fare against it. Wait, so it's not a Pokemon battle? Well, at least it's still fun. Apparently there was text saying I could have sent in my Pokemon, but I kept missing it because I was so focused. Anyways, I calm Cleaver down, then Irida offers to heal my Pokemon. They didn't do anything! Whatever, at least I earned my 2nd star. Time to hit the hay. Andrew, I've been waiting for you. Vessa? Who is this? And how does this little girl know so much about these wisps?
Something just flew in me!
Speaking of side quests, there are a lot of them, so I'm mainly going to highlight the ones that stand out, like the Bidoof one and this peculiar Ponyta quest. And I can't believe it, they straight up just give you a shiny in this game. 2 shinies in less than 5 hours? Let's go! Sorry, regular Ponyta, you've been replaced. What the heck? Did Sinnoh just turn into medicine? Let's talk about the battle system for a second. You're forced into set mode, which I like, but as soon as Volo sends in Gibble, he just immediately attacks. You don't even get a choice to switch. I like the difficulty, but it does take away pivoting strategies, since they decide their attack after you switch. And that's not all. While trying to protect this guy from Stunkies, they faced me in a 3 versus 1. That combined with being a lower level than them, my first Pokemon didn't stand a chance. It gets worse. After sending in my Pokemon, they attack 3 times in a row. Hot dang, you can really really get screwed in this game if you're not prepared. That was the first time I wiped. The professor says there's something stuck on me, but it's unknown to him.
So you want to ride an Ursaluna?
So I battle it to become worthy. Luxio Thunderfang! Apparently it's a ground type. Sorry, Luxio. I guess Beautifly gets all the glory. Revenge!
Perhaps some Stunky will pop by for fun. Sure, man.
Right after that is the noble boss fight versus Lilligant. Wait a minute, dodging makes you invincible? Okay, this is so Enter the Gungeon. At this point, I'm still unaware that you can use your own Pokemon in these fights. Nevertheless, I calm the frenzied Pokemon. In return, Arzu now offers me a haircut. No, not that. You're messing up. Fine, just cut it all off. I'm just gonna keep my hat on. That was so beautiful. Now burn! Yet another dweeb who can't set up a base camp. This time because of monkeys. Bad monkey. Hisui and Growlithe. Oh, I want one so bad. Sorry about this, bud. I promise I'm doing this because I love ya. I meet up with this guy named Iscan to see if he can help me ride a Basculegion. He says it's near impossible since we're gonna need a Dusclops. Even the name fills him with dread. It wasn't too bad. Holy cow, level 37? You're coming with me. No. This is how you do it. After summoning Basculegion, Iscan and Polina tell me how they're in love, but they can't show it because they're part of competing clans. Then these three random girls swipe away one of our Growliths. We chase them over to a freaking volcano where my new Dusclops one-shots their Gengar with a Shadow Ball. Then the Growlithe grows through this amazing transformation to become an Arcanine. It's so beautiful. Well, oh shoot, looks like we got ourselves a boss battle. Thank you, game mechanics, for not letting me jump into the lava. Pew pew, pew pew. I finally did it. I sent a Pokemon in to battle a noble. That went well. I still managed to calm down the frenzied Arcanine on my first try. The Lord Arcanine yells out a cry, then disappears. But I really think that's Harry Osborn. Look, he disappears just like him. Back at HQ, when discussing my next assignment, Adaman challenges me as well. And what a cheater. 2 versus 1? Even under level, Dartrix easily handles his Leafeon and Eevee. But I can't go out on my next mission since I'm only ranked at 3 stars. Hey. Then a space-time distortion appears. Not much happens, but oh man, I am going to regret not catching this Porygon. Dartrix is evolving. Oh man, I can't wait to see the new form. I bet it's gonna be amazing. Come on, freaking evolve already. I want to see it. Come on. What?
I like it, but not a lot. I don't like it.
I finally received my 4th star, which means I can go walk through this cave with this guy named Ingo. Apparently other people know who Ingo is, but not me. I never played Gen 5, so he's just a creepy guy to me. This girl Melly, who's apparently one of the wardens for a noble Pokemon, is being a pest by making it difficult for me to reach the next frenzied Pokemon. So I have my Decidueye slap her Skuntank with aerial aces. Maybe I was wrong about you, dude. Alright, Bronzor, we're trying to set up camp here. Why are you bothering us? Wait a minute. Is that a Golduck bullying a Bronzor? I think I've seen that duck before. This you? Anyways, I save the other Bronzor, then go have a friendly battle with Ingo. Usually I wouldn't highlight such a lighthearted match, but this one is going to impact my future. Sure, the Machoke and Tangela are easy, but then just watch what this Gliscor does to my Decidueye. Three freaking attacks in a row. Like, what was I supposed to do? Luckily, my Celio in the back had the clutch Ice Beam for a quad super effective hit. Ingo then introduces me to my next ride Pokemon. What in the world is that thing? Happy thoughts, Andrew. Happy thoughts. Yeah, this totally isn't creeping me out at all. I am getting some Demon Slayer vibes, though.
Let's go!
Is that an Alpha Gabite? Bro, I want that so bad. It'd be sick to have an Alpha Garchomp. Oh, there's a Rock Slide. Sorry, Celio. And a Bulldoze? Sorry, Luxray. No way Stantler survives. Oh, wow. Never would have guessed a Stantler would save the day. But here's the part where I get really screwed. Melly continues to be annoying by not letting me through. And she doesn't even have a reason. Legit no reason. Just wants to bug the crap out of me. Anyways, I had no idea I'd be facing her so soon. Thus, I obviously lost the 3 versus 1 battle since all my Pokemon except Stantler and Growlithe are fainted. But after you lose, the game doesn't even take you back to camp. You literally just respawn back in front of Melly with a fully healed team. Why didn't the game just heal my Pokemon in the first place? Of course, the second time, we win. The Diamond Clan finally shows up to reprimand this tool and demands that she lets me through so I can face the Noble Electrode. Now, so far I haven't blacked out to a Noble Pokemon yet. That is, until I pull off this sweet move. After losing, I was curious to see what the difference was in the continue battling option. Basically, it just continues the battle with all the damage you've already chipped off. What? There's no honor in that. Reset that health gauge. 3rd time's the charm, and my final throw seals the deal, even though Electrode still looks pissed. Is he supposed to be happy? I stay in the Coronet Highlands for a bit because I want that Alpha Gabite. And bada bing, bada boom, I got him. Level 56, let's go!
Tina, you fat lard, come get some dinner.
Gotcha, sucker. After catching quite a few Pokemon, I earned my 5th star. Captain Silene then states that I'm the only survey member she can trust to go to the Alabaster Icelands. If I'm the only one, just give me all 10 stars then. The important thing is, Garchomp will now obey me.
Sweep the leg. You have a problem with that?
No, Sensei.
No mercy.
Oh yeah, the Icelands. Can't wait to catch some awesome Pokemon with these new Leaden Balls of mine. Excuse me? Oh, come on! Finally! Eat this! No cap, Zorua has a sick regional form. Apparently, these Pearl Clan members are okay being shirtless during a blizzard. Similar to Melly, Garrick claims I don't need to help Avalugg, so I'm gonna shatter his ice types. Just as a side note, why does Game Freak always put ice types near the end game like there's some sort of secret super powerful typing? They have so many weaknesses, it's terrible. Anyways, after slapping him around, I get to meet Sabi, who actually has some senses and is dressed appropriately. Never mind the senses compliment. She just wants to play tag. I follow her into the temple where there are apparently clues for the code to open the door. Not to worry, since there are only 3 options, which means there's not many possible outcomes. After a few tries, I got it. What a lame puzzle, Pokemon Company. Spoke too soon. There's another puzzle, and I actually have to backtrack to solve it. Then Sabi surprises me with a 3v1 battle. I really had no idea how many unfair battles there would be, but I'm always happy to see a difficulty spike in a Pokemon game. Right after that is a fight with her Braviary to prove I'm worthy to fly with it. And I'm sure feeling the Breath of the Wild inspiration from this and loving it. I land where the frenzied Avalugg is supposed to be, which it reveals itself, and man is it one big noble Pokemon. This was the one I had the hardest time with. Since I was pretty much marathoning the game late into the night, I think my senses were off, but I still would have struggled at peak performance. On my 6th attempt, with some help from my trusty fighting type friend, Decidueye, his quad super effective attacks gave me the opening I needed to calm the gigantic Avalugg back to its original form. You'd think after a tough boss battle, the commander would be proud, but no, he sentences me to be banished instead. According to him, I'm the reason why everything bad in his life is happening. Sounds like that relative we all have. I could tell the rest of the village felt the same way.
Hey Goob, what's up? Cool binder.
Hey Goob, wanna come over to my house today?
They all hated me.
Unlike her commander, Captain Silene actually gives good advice, saying you can't control what others think, but you still have your values. Volo then introduces me to Mistress Kogita, who's able to point me in the right direction to prove my innocence. Then my cell phone notifies me that it's mapped out where the Lake Trio are. On my way to find them, Adam and Irida both offer me a place within their clans, but I can only choose one. I chose the Pearl Clan since most would probably choose the Diamond Clan. I'm a contrarian when it comes to Pokemon versions for economic reasons. Miss Sprit makes me take down a Goodra before meeting them. Worst part was, I got my shoes wet. Only after that did I get Mesprit's plume. Uxie made me solve a riddle, and I kept getting it wrong wrong because I had no idea Zubat had 0 eyes. I thought they were just tucked back there or something. I finally figure it out and get Uxie's Claw. Azelf just has you throwing stuff like an idiot just to prove your worth by not giving up. Whatever it takes to get your Fang, Azelf. All three of them then meet up to make me this red chain which can stabilize the world. Before heading to the summit to stop the commander from doing anything else stupid, Volo wishes me the best because I'm one of his most loyal customers. Dude, I haven't even bought one thing from your merchants yet. Backspace, baby. Whoa, weird ear. Hang on a sec.
You're coming with me. I've been told not to let anyone pass, but I'm not sure what the point is any longer.
Dude, go home then. Stop wasting your time. The biggest surprise though was the cook. Yes, the cook. Apparently he's one of the commander's secret ninjas. Shouldn't be a problem. My newly caught Electivire will handle this with ease.
Oh no. No.
Round 2. Fight.
There you go, buddy. Hit them again with the Thunder Punch. He may have gone down to the Sneasler, but that's just what my underlevel team needed. I want to take this moment to explain I haven't been using any items in battle. Also, I'm the guy who plays RPGs and never uses their power-up items because I'm afraid I might need them later in the game, but end up never using them. Can anyone else relate? I then finished climbing the summit and... Wait a minute! I left before you two!
How did you get back here before us?
How did we, Kronk?
Well, you got me. By all accounts, it doesn't make sense.
There's only one person left in my way to save the world, and that's Commander Kamado. I guess he's okay with the world being wiped clean, so let's put the fate of the world in Electivire's hands. And he lands the punch! That pretty much sums up the rest of the battle. When Electivire does good, the momentum swings in our favor. Garchomp finishes off his last Pokemon Golem. Kamado falls to his knees and apologizes. Speaking through Irida, Palkia tells me I need to catch it to prepare for the real fight that's coming. Sure enough, Palkia arrives. And oh no, we are screwed. I'm just kidding. The rest of the team is able to help catch Palkia just fine. And holy crap, there's Dialga. Realizing we're not ready, we retreat. If I'm gonna face off against the god of time itself, I'm gonna need help from a god too. Oh yeah, I'm talking about the Bidoof mask. I've never been so ready for a fight in my entire life. Dialga gets serious and transforms. All right, bring it on. And this music is bopping. Just have a listen. Seriously, I think the biggest reason I lost the first time was because I was rocking out too hard. However, I was able to manage the win on my second attempt, throw the Origin Ball at the deformed Dialga, and save the world. We have a wonderful festival to celebrate, but it's already back to work to uncover the mysteries of the Hisui region. I start off by backtracking to catch the Lake Trio, with Mesprit first. On my way to catch Azelf, Adamant challenges me to another battle, and if I win, I get the Diamond Clan's treasure. I take out all 3 of his evolutions, and my reward is the Adamant Crystal, which does this to Dialga. Sorry, bud. I went back to get my 6th star, then back to Azelf to catch it, and caught the last of the trio, Uxie. If you're wondering why catching these legendaries matter, you can see in my bag here that I've been gathering different types of plates that will help lead us to Arceus. For example, after catching this Heatran, I also find the Iron Plate. Cresselia is caught next where I find the Dread Plate. Regigigas is over at the Ice Temple where the Blank Plate is. Commander Kamado had the Fist Plate, and Mistress Kogita had the Pixie Plate all along. I think you get the idea by now. Volo's been the one guiding me to find these plates since the beginning of my journey, but now he's revealing that he's been using me this whole time to gather them so he can meet Arceus himself. Not only that, he's been working with Giratina, the god who was banished for the violence it caused. And then Volo reveals he has the last plate and this spunky new outfit. He plans to use Arceus' power to wipe the earth clean and create a new world. I'll be honest, I was not ready for this battle. Luckily, I had Dialga in the front of my party who obliterates Spiritomb with a single roar of time. It's short-lived though, with Lucario getting the quick knockout with close combat. Heatran returns the favor with Magma Storm, as does Volo's Garchomp with Earth Power. We just keep going back and forth with Cresselia moonblasting the Garchomp and Volo's Arcanine crunching my Cresselia. Palkia gets revenge with Spatial Rend, but then is blasted by the Togekiss. Mesprit and Azelf had a hard time finishing off the Togekiss, which led to Roselia's turn next, losing us the battle. Actually ready for the battle next time, my team is able to defeat all of Volo's Pokemon, even with 2 members still alive. Well, that wasn't so bad. You brought Giratina? Holy smokes, was not expecting that. Caught off guard, Cresselia and Dialga lose pretty quickly to the Renegade Pokemon. Alright, another attempt, and this time I'm ready for it. I kept Dialga and Palkia safe during the first phase to squash it, and it's a success. You've You've got to be kidding me. Yeah, we're getting slaughtered. Okay, this time I played really good against his first 6 Pokemon. Then had Palkia beat the first form of Giratina with 4 of my own Pokemon remaining. Palkia pulls off the last Spatial Ren before getting smacked by a Dragon Claw. Mesprit got really lucky here. It was meant to be death fodder, but they ended up tanking an attack and then dodging the Shadow Force, eventually chipping away the Giratina's HP. Volo's pretty salty that Giratina ran away from a 15-year-old, then concludes his journey is over if he can't even beat me. With all the plates now mine, my flute transforms into the Ocarina of Time that you can find on Wish.com. I give the new flute a try, but I'm informed through text message that I need to catch every Pokemon. As you can see, I still got a ways to go, and I'd like to get all the side quests done too. Now, I'm not going to bore everyone with every single capture and quest, but I'll show the ones that stood out to me the most. Like the Giratina that haunted me just a bit earlier. I even decided to upgrade my outfit. I know it looks ridiculous, but how could I not buy clothes that say Rowlet in the description? Help! I want to go home, but Drifloon won't let me go. Have you seen me, kid? I'm not sure that I'm the best one to take you home to your parents. This one guy didn't believe Weasels could get bigger than his own, so I showed off my own Alpha Weasel.
I'm gonna be a pumpkin blueberry.
Oh, hey, Chimchar. You're a starter Pokemon, so you must be important. I find Irida chilling in the Icelands just like usual, and she gives me the Lustrous Globe, which does this to Palkia. Sorry, bud. Speaking of new forms, my Quillfish evolves into Overquill. Why do all these forms look so uncomfortable? Now, here's where Pokemon gets really meta. The Sea Legends quest makes you read a book from another game, that game being Brilliant Diamond or Shining Pearl, where in the Canalave library, it reads that you need a Mantike, a Buizel, and an Overquill to pass through the 2 horns, and only then will you find the Manaphy. Gee, I sure hope the little kids can figure that one out. But the trickiest legendaries for me were the Forces of Nature trio. Landorus just straight up runs away the moment it sees you. After 13 minutes of trial and error, I was able to successfully sneak up, daze it with one ball, then catch it with another. It only gets worse. Thundurus can only be found while riding Basculesian. This fish's swimming noises make it much harder to sneak up on the genie. 20 minutes later, I finally wise up to craft some stealth spray, which makes the process a whole lot easier. Tornadus was the least painful of the bunch. That's what a flying type gets for chilling in a blizzard. There's one more?
Oh, great heavens!
I started chasing after it, but then...
You're coming home with me.
Anyways, this thing is undeservedly called Enamorous. Even with the stealth spray, the sneaking tactic doesn't work because the swamp does not allow you to crouch. Not to mention, all these annoying Pokemon get in the way. I added smoke balls to my strategy, but even then, it would always face in my direction, causing me to blunder my attempt. I kid you not, an hour later, I was able to finally catch Enamorous unaware, battle it, and detain it. Remember, Andrew, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it at all. I definitely feel the 7th star was well earned.
I want one.
So I bought this. Pretty sure these aren't invented yet. A few more side quests done and more Pokemon are caught, then bam, 8th star. I then set forth to complete the most tedious task of all, finding the Wisps. I spent hours of dedicated searching just to find all 107 of them. During that time, I crafted some healing items so it wouldn't take as long. When all of a sudden, the nurse asked me to bring her 100 medicinal leeks. Ah! See, this is why you can't use items.
Nothing ever good happens to me. I'm so unlucky. It's so unfair. Oh!
I also realized you can use Rock Smash outside of battle, but man, are these things still a pain to find. 5 hours later, just to get all 107 of them. My reward, I get the 108th as a freebie. Then I get to catch this bugger. Why does Game Freak torture us like this? The next quest is much more delightful. Watching the Clefairies dance under a full moon. They seriously haven't been this cute since Pokemon Stadium. A few more hours pass by and I've almost caught every Pokemon. Only 10 remain. Cranidos and Shieldon along with their evolutions. Porygon and its evolved forms, Magnemite and Magneton, then a Happiny. Simple enough, right? Wrong. I only have 4.5 hours until the 50-hour mark. You see, all of these Pokemon, save for Happiny, can only be found in space-time distortions, and I have no idea how to trigger them to appear. I got lucky with this one where I found a Cranidos, which I evolved right away into a Rampardos. I did notice that they would appear more often when I was focused on catching Pokemon, so that's what I did. Just started catching every Pokemon I saw, no matter how crappy it was. About half an hour later, another distortion appeared, but unfortunately, none of the Pokemon I needed were to be found in it. The catching strategy Teletology seemed to consistently spawn the distortion every 30 minutes or so. The next one I was lucky enough to find Shieldon this time. Boy, I'm gonna feel really bad when I throw away all these trash Pokemon. I evolved Shieldon into Bastiodon. Then I head over to the Crimson Mirelands to find Porygon. Another 30 minutes, and voila! Porygon is found in another time distortion. I already had the upgrade item, but still needed the dubious disc. I was able to collect MP from all the satchels I found throughout my journey to save up enough MP to buy the disc from this kind woman. With them, Porygon becomes a Porygon 2, then shortly later transforms into a Porygon Z. The Cobalt Coastlands were next on my list, where I repeated the same process as before, which resulted in discovering my very own Magnemite. I then magically slapped 2 more on it and called it a Magneton. And what do you know? I get a 9th star for all my troubles. However, I still need Happiny, and the clock is ticking. I know I found Chanseys on top of this cave at the Obsidian Highlands, and over at the Hideaway Beach at the Cobalt Coastlands. So I figured a Happiny has to eventually show up at either location. After constantly traveling back and forth, a few tries later, Happiny was found, but didn't go down without a fight. Just get in the Ultra Ball, you little baby. At last, the Pokedex was completed, nicknamed as the Andrew Dex. I can't believe it. I did it with less than an hour to spare. Before meeting Arceus, I changed into the Diamond Clan outfit for 2 reasons. First, I had already joined the Pearl Clan, so I wanted to know what it felt like to be a Diamond member. And second, to show some dang respect for the god of all Pokemon. Whoa, a glowing stairway? That's a bit extra. Oh, yikes! Sorry, I mean the stairway is cool. The stairway is cool. Looks like we're gonna have to battle it out. It's been 30 hours since I've had a boss fight like this, but I will never give in to the easy way. The next attempt, I knew its patterns, so I'm able to make it to the second phase, but was then caught off guard by its new method of attack. 2 attempts later, it looks like I have things handled. Wait, what's happening? Alright, that's a fun little trick, but I won't fall for it twice. And sometimes there's just moments where you have no idea what's going on, then it just sends an explosion of energy. A few tries later, I get Arceus whittled down to a point where I can send in my own Pokemon. Arceus was all like,
"Oh, a Cresselia? I'll just turn into a dark type."
"Nice try. You just gave my Enamorus an opening to finish you." And that little boost of help from my Pokemon pals is all I needed to finish the final battle. The prize for my courage? A piece of Arceus itself. Take a look, Professor. And would you look at that, we still have 14 minutes left. I used the remaining time I have to finish the last 2 side quests, catching Shaman and Darkrai. Every single side quest is now complete, although I was only able to catch 6 of the 28 unknown, and didn't earn all 10 stars for my trainer card. But man, was this a fun game. I can't wait to play it over and over again. Give the video a like to support the video, and subscribe to the channel for more Pokemon Legends content. You all have a good one. Thanks.